You cannot just like someone and explore, like someone and explore, like someone and explore. No, we don't date just for the sake of dating, but we date for marriage. Do you get me? Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. You know that, guys, I love you and I love you permanently. So, have you ever loved someone, or should I say, liked someone, even though they've never said a word to you? Well, it did happen to me. And this goes out to my fellow Christians because many people actually think that just because you are a Christian, you are literally metal. You're not allowed to feel anything for nobody. You're not allowed to have feelings or something like that. Guys, we are also human. So I'm going to be sharing with you guys a story of what had happened to me in the church. There are a lot of other factors that we, especially as the youth, face, and some of these things are not spoken about. Yeah. So what had happened was that, guys, I was, I think in my early 20s, in the church, always going to church. And, I had started to, started wanting to be serious with the Lord and all of that. And all of a sudden, I started to realize that I'm starting to like this particular guy. And I suddenly realized that there is this one guy that I'm really starting to be fond of. Because why do I say that? It was different from the other guys. How I actually realized that I'm starting to be fond of the guy was that every time he was not in church, I would notice. And a second thing was that I would go now even to the people that he was mostly with and ask, "Oh, I haven't seen him for like 2 weeks and all of that." And even when I was at home, I find myself like daydreaming, you know. And this happened a lot of times, and it started now to really affect me because, like, why is this guy so different from the other guys? Like, this guy's never, like, guy said anything to me. So my point is that the enemy can use anything. The enemy can use anything or anybody and try to make it seem like there's something there when there is not anything there. So what had happened was, I didn't like how I was feeling because I wanted to be able to look at him again and not feel anything for him. I didn't want to feel like that. I just wanted like everything to be normal again. So what had happened was I started to feel guilty about it because that is what happens. That is what the Spirit of God does. You start to like feel guilty. Now that is God convicting you to tell you that what you're doing is wrong. It's wrong to think of another believer. Like, right? Do you understand? You are daydreaming of this person and all of that. So I started now to be like, no, this is wrong. This is wrong. This is wrong. And what did I do? I actually went to pray. And I just, went down on my knees and said, Lord, this guy is in my heart. I don't know how it happened. I don't know how it started, but I suddenly can't stop thinking about him. And I said, Lord, please get him out of my heart, get him out of my mind, get him out of my thoughts, my imagination, my desires. I was like, Lord, cut it out. Whatever that has been formed in my heart or my mind, Lord, cut it out. Like, I was like, Lord, cut it out. I want to be able to look at him again and not feel nothing. Okay. And I remember I prayed about it. And suddenly I remembered that, like Esonto, they always taught us about, what should I call this in English? Like, I don't have the word for it in English, but, like, ukhlambuluka, like if you had prayed about something for so long and that does not want to go away, you need to go now and confide in another believer who is older than you so that they can pray with you to cut that thing off. And guys, it was so embarrassing. Guys, if in your life, you don't know the hardest thing. You don't know. It's like the hardest thing in life. It's like it puts so much shame in you. For example, if like you are a child of God and maybe you've done something wrong, like, which is wrong, and you have to now go and tell this person because you have prayed about it for so long and it's not going away. And now you are convicted to say, you know what? Angihambe ngiyotshela omunye umuntu angikhulekise ezongisiza yabo lonto because umdala maybe they've experienced this and that they will help me. And then what happened was I went, guys, and I was like, I'm going to go and I'm going to speak this thing. I remember I literally went to that person, and adults went to this person and said, I have a problem. And they were like, okay, what is the problem? And I was like, there is this guy that I like. I just spoke the truth. Like, I'm already there, so I'll just rather speak the truth. And I said, there's this guy that I like, but this guy has never said anything to me. He has never even acted in an indecent way. He has never done anything. So I've prayed about it, but it has not gone away. And then she encouraged me to say, you know what, the enemy can come in multiple ways. He can make you think that, oh, this person is this, oh, this person is that, whereas that is not the case. And what they did, they actually encouraged me to say, you know what, God has so much good plans for you. God will get you a husband at the right time. Because what happens is, you know, when God is planning something good for you, he says, as the sun is figure, the enemy would come, you know, with a shortcut so that you miss what God has for you. And then what happened was, she then prayed with me and said, you know what, we will pray and God will cut it out. I kid you not. I kid you not. Guys, there is a God in heaven. My God, there is a God in heaven who works. I kid you not. When I saw this guy the next time, I looked at him and something in me was like, what was attracting you to this guy? I literally saw him. I started now looking at him like other male figures. And I was like, Lord, thank you. Thank you. Like, that urge in my heart was like cut off. And I was like, really? Look at that big head. Yeah. Guys, the enemy can use all kind of tactics so that he would make us to deviate. To deviate, but what I want to actually say is that these things actually happen. Like, you can like someone who has never said anything to you, but you need to know that as a child of God, how to deal with that. Don't just leave and say, oh, it will go away. It will never go away. It will never go away. Sometimes you can pray about it and it will go away, but sometimes you need to go and confess it to another believer who is older than you. I don't encourage, like, you know, who is struggling like with the same things as you. You're fully advising low mood. Like, really, how does that happen? You need to go to someone who, like, also if and actually ask for advice, and the person would act and pray with you so that you can cut this umbilical cord off, you know. So this is to encourage you to say, if you are in a situation of that sort, especially as a child of God, you know, there is nothing wrong with you. You are a human being. God created the opposite sex so that we can have some sort of physical attraction, but it all has to be done the right way. You cannot just like someone and explore, like someone and explore, like someone and explore. No, we don't date just for the sake of dating, but we date for marriage. Do you get me? You're not going to give somebody 5 years of your life for the sake of it. No. Listen, no, that's a no. As a child of God. Now, if you are in the world, you can do like the world does, but as people who believe in Jesus Christ, we're going to do it according to the Lord's way. So guys, this is not to look down on anyone. You're not evil if this happens to you, but you need to know how to actually tackle it if it does happen to you. Because the truth is, guys, like, if Nabanda Bashonable too, what could possibly come out of that? That guy, for example, maybe he's in college, you're in university. What could come out of that? That guy is like, also depending bazalbak and also depending bazalbak. What could possibly come out of that? You're still young. You're still young. So rather, let's just ask the Lord to help us. But you know what? God season to be able to abstain and hold myself from all, you know, the forces that are trying to make me to go into fornication, to go into worldly dating and all of these things. So yes, that is my advice to how you can come out of those thoughts. Yes. I hope that this video was informative and that you learned something from it, and that maybe if you are in that position, you'd actually apply it in your own life. Yeah, you know that, guys, I love you and I love you permanently. Please do like, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. So guys, I will see you on my next video. Have a good one. Bye for now.